I've hit something.
Could it be? This could really be it!
Yeah! We found it! We found it!
Are you all right, Charlie?
As bad as a worn-out fiddle. Don't tell my granddaughter I've been rolling around down here, will you?
What is it?
It's a part of her face.
Oh, I bet she was a looker, Charlie.
She was beautiful. My name's Charlie McDonald, by the way. I should have introduced myself by now, but my name and story isn't really important. I was merely a witness and bystander to extraordinary events and even more extraordinary people. At the end of our dig, we had found over 700 pieces to this broken statue. Each piece was carefully cataloged, photographed, and examined. At a local monument company, plans were made to reconstruct a memorial to a life past and a way of life long gone. The statue had been lost for over 40 years.
Grandpa?
That's Mary, my granddaughter. She's probably gonna let me have it for digging up this statue. I'll just let the boys get the rest of it out of the ground.
Grandpa, why are you wearing yourself out digging for an old statue?
Told you. It's part of our town's history. Something lost so long then found. Young folks don't appreciate history.
There's got to be more to it than that.
Well, I knew her.
Why haven't you told anyone? Did you know her well?
I knew her quite well at one time.
Did you know her quite well before you met Grandma?
It was nothing like that. We were young and her life was complicated.
So you know the story of the statue.
I do. Such a tragedy.
Why?
Well, I saw it happen like a spectator in a theater. The characters were noble yet flawed. Eventually, forces outside their control crushed them. Poor girl. She had so much and wanted so little. She was beautiful, but she was more than that. She had her own kind of strength, you know, the kind of grit you need to get through life. The broken statue is like her broken life, and the broken lives of so many others.
Tell me.
The story of the statue is about opportunities, and opportunities lost. It begins with Ernest Whitworth Marlin, or as folks around here called him, E.W.
Young man, do you know this town?
Sure do, sir.
Good, and maybe you can tell me the location of a good hotel.
Yes, sir. Are you here to see the 101 Ranch?
I definitely want to see the ranch, but I'm here on business and prefer a place in town.
Business?
Yes, oil business.
The best hotel is the Arcade.
That sounds fine, thank you.
I can show you the way if you want. It's right down the street.
That would be outstanding. man?
Charlie McDonough.
Well, Charlie McDonough, I don't have a nickel for you today, but I do have a tip for you. Never miss an opportunity to meet a new friend. Don't worry, Charles. I'll make it up to you. We'll take a trip out to the 101 Ranch. You are, after all, my first friend in Bonka City.
Is that fancy fella running around?
Mr. Marlin? No, not today. I haven't seen him in a while.
Shane's here.
Yeah?
She looks like a good tipper. Let's see if she needs any help. Ma'am, could we help you with your bags?
Well, that's very kind, but my husband should be here to meet me. I do have quite a lot of baggage to be delivered to the hotel.
Charles, you're not trying to court my wife, are you?
I just thought,
Ernest, don't tease them. They were only trying to help.
Virginia, this is my good friend Charles. He knows I was just playing.
Ernest, don't, you're embarrassing me.
Don't worry, dear. We're not back east. I think you'll find that people are much more formal and informal and relaxed. Virginia, I'd like for you to meet Mr. Charles McDonough.
How do you do, Mr. McDonough?
And who's your friend, young Charles?
this is Walt. We was just saying if any folks need any help.
Virginia, I've got the porter from the hotel coming over to move our things, but surely we've got something that these boys can carry.
I think I have something right here. Here you go, boys.
What do you think about the city?
It's provincial.
Provincial? Would have thought charming, quaint, or picturesque more appropriate.
There's nothing wrong with this place. It's just not our place. I appreciate your needing to come for a visit, Ernest, but seriously, when are we going home?
This may be our home, Virginia. I've been riding around the Miller's Ranch, and the formations look so promising.
I thought you were going back to Pittsburgh to practice law.
I don't practice law. Whenever I'm looking for oil, I'm producing something of value.
Lawyers make a nice living.
It's not about the money. Whenever I'm practicing law, I'm working on other people's accomplishments, not mine. It's, hard to explain.
Oh, don't explain. I'm here for better or worse.
Speaking of here, welcome to the Arcade Hotel.
Young man, do you like to read? Let me give you this copy of Tom Sawyer, and when you finish that, I'll give you Huck Finn.
I sure like Miss Marlins.
Yeah.
She gave me a copy of Tom Sawyer. Give me a copy of Huck Finn.
You read?
Miss Marlin says I'm a good reader. Says I got potential.
I guess.
Wanna see something? Look what I got.
What is it?
Tobacco.
Where'd you get it?
Found it.
What you gonna do with it?
We're gonna try some. Come on. Don't want anyone but us using this.
Do you even know how?
Sure, you just take a bite and chew. It's music. Ain't you gonna try some? Well, are you chicken?
No?
Tastes good, don't it? That wasn't too bad. It kind of tasted better on the way out. Let's catch a ride.
Sure.
Watch out!
That guy nearly ran over us. I think he hit him. He's stopping.
Run!
I said. Which one of you little tramps threw that rock? Tell me now or you're both gonna be.
What? We ain't thrown a rock.
Liar!
We was just trying to have Bert over there.
Liar! Since neither one of you are man enough to take responsibility, you'll get worse.
Take responsibility for what, Kragen?
E.W. Marlin.
Do we have a problem? Are you all right, son?
What are you doing in this godforsaken country, Marlin?
Most recently, watching a snake in the grass picking on a little kid.
Kid threw a rock at me.
He's just a kid. Besides, I doubt he did anything. Knowing you, he should have hit you in the head.
I can't believe you're here. I heard you'd gone to Pittsburgh.
You heard wrong.
I heard you'd lost everything in the Panic '07. Tried to tell you were getting too full of yourself. You should have got on board with that Morgan deal.
Morgan and the other bankers are thieves.
It wasn't thievery. It was timing. You hadn't been so bent on proving you're smarter than the entire finance industry, they might have given you a heads up as to what was really going on.
I didn't need their favors, just the financing to expand.
Well, you got your financing.
They called my note.
Yeah, that they did. J.P. Morgan made a fortune off that panic. Those on board with Morgan made a fortune too.
The cream eventually rises to the top. I'm doing fine.
Doing what? Rustling cattle? You better smarten up, Marlin. You may fool these hicks out here, but both you and I know it's the money people back east that make the real deals.
Things are different out here.
Things aren't different anywhere. It's who you know, not what you know. By the way, I bought your well for 30 cents on the dollar, and it's still pumping out 20 barrels a day for me.
Maybe I need to show you how things are different. Maybe I need to show you someone who's bigger than you.
I don't have any problem with you, Marlin. I was just trying to give you a little guidance.
You all right, son?
Yes, sir.
What's your name again?
Walt. Walt Johnson. I read books with your wife.
We sure are glad to see you, Mr. Marlin.
I thought I'd seen you before. You almost hit him, didn't you? Kid, I admire your spunk, but you need to be careful who you pick your fights with.
Who was that guy?
That was Daniel Kragen.
You know him, Mr. Marlin?
Yes, we were old competitors back in West Virginia. Kragen's smart, ruthless but smart. You boys stay away from him. What were you boys doing out here anyway?
Nothing.
Nothing fishing. Boys, it looks like you're fishing with nothing to me. Come here. Boys, you need to learn to tell the truth. Every time you tell a lie, it's like pulling a thread from a piece of fabric. It eventually all comes unraveled.
We was chewing tobacco.
Let me see it. How about I trade you boys some candy for this tobacco when we get back into town? Son, you got courage. You stick with the truth, and that courage will take you a long ways. Looks like we're not the only ones looking for oil in K County. How would you boys like a ride on my horse back to town? Tell you what, you stay away from Daniel Kragen and chewing tobacco. And Charles, you stay away from Mr. Kragen too, especially if he comes around your mom. Boys, when we get back into town, I need for you to tell Mrs. Marlin that go ahead and have supper without me. I'm gonna go check on some land.
Come on.
Let's ride the horse.
All right.
Oh, Mrs. Marlin, how are you doing?
Well, I'm fine. How are you doing, Mrs. Dingle, Mrs. Berry?
I'm doing well. Very well, thank you. We saw you talking to that Johnson boy earlier today.
Yes, he's so sweet. So much spirit to him. I've been helping him with his reading, and he's doing so much better.
Oh, every teacher in town retires before he reaches their grade. And his mother is, well, I don't like to talk, but...
She has quite a reputation.
I don't like to judge people by their reputation.
Oh, I agree. I just thought you ought to know what kind of boy has been hanging around you. I would be very careful.
Yes, be very careful.
I like Walt.
Oh.
He's not pretentious like some people. And he has that special something. He reminds me of Mr. Marlin. In fact, I sometimes call him Little E.W.
Well, you're loyal to your husband. I don't like to talk, but...
Some people have been talking.
Some people say he can't pay his bills, and he's likely to skip town. You know me, I don't like to gossip.
Some people are talking.
You ladies can tell some people that E.W. Marlin will pay every penny and then some. He's been a little down on his luck lately. He'll pay everyone.
Oh, I never doubt.
And tell some people that Walt Johnson will surprise a lot of people one day. He's clever and he has a good heart. It's more important where a person is going than where he comes from.
I see.
Do you? Have a pleasant day, Mrs. Dingle, Mrs. Berry.
Well, she told you, didn't she?
Why did we come to an Indian burial ground anyway? It must be midnight. You can talk me into more trouble.
Listen.
Ah!
Did you hear that?
Do that. You made me jump out of my skin.
Shut up and listen.
I don't hear anything.
Isn't that kind of strange?
No. Think we hear tree frogs or crickets?
I thought I heard footsteps.
Maybe we better head back.
No, it's not. Just our nerves. Let's go.
See that?
Oh no, it's Cragen's car. Let's get out of here. Ah!
Boys, what the devil are you doing out here, boys?
Running from Cragen.
Cragen, where'd you see him?
His car is parked in the trail.
I don't think Cragen's out here tonight.
What you doing out here tonight, Mr. Marlin?
That's a good question, though. What I want to know is what you guys are doing out here tonight.
We were camping.
And then we decided to go on a walk.
And we got turned around.
And then
At a burial ground? Boys, that's quite a story. I was checking formations and found some rainbows in Bodart Creek, which could include some oil deposits.
what's Mr. Cragen doing out here?
Mr. Cragen's in town, and I believe he's engaged for the evening. I borrowed his car. Boys, let's make a deal. You don't tell anybody you saw me out here. I won't tell anybody you were raiding an Indian burial ground.
You won't tell my folks?
Your secret's safe with me, Charles. Walt, I think you need to stay the night with Charles.
Okay.
Well, you go ahead. I'll catch up with you in a minute. What you doing out here at night, Mr. Marlin?
Well, Charles, I'm looking for oil.
What for?
Well, I'm gonna find it, bring it out of the ground and sell it.
What for?
Well, because people need it and it's worth a lot of money.
Like $100?
Yeah, like $100. Is that $100 a lot of money?
I guess that would be more money than a fellow could spend.
What would you do with $100, Charles?
I'd buy me a horse. I'd buy one for Daddy too. And Mama, I'd buy her a brand new dress from the store. And I'd buy me and my brothers all the candy we could eat.
That's a lot, Charles. You could have that and a lot more if you found oil. Can you count to 100? Imagine counting to 100 10 times. That'd be 1,000. And if you could count to 1,000, count to 1,000 1,000 times, that'd be $1 million.
That'd be a bunch.
Yes, it would.
What would you buy with $1 million, Mr. Marlin?
Well, Charles, you can just about buy anything. Houses, carriages, more land, more oil wells. When you have $1 million, Charles, people call you a millionaire. And millionaires have the power to change a lot of people's lives for the good. They can buy more houses for people, and wealth, and jobs. A millionaire has the power to make a difference. I was a millionaire once.
I thought you was rich, Mr. Marlin.
Was rich is right, Charles. I made a fortune and then I lost a fortune.
Where'd you lose it at?
Well, I didn't actually lose it. It was taken from me.
Was you robbed?
Yes, robbed. The bankers robbed me. Charles, you got to be careful with bankers. They want their money back at the most inopportune time. Money's fine, but there is nothing like bringing in the oil well. It makes me feel complete. Charles, I need to talk to Joe Miller. You're going into town, and I'm going to talk to you just a little bit later, all right? Hey, Joe, thanks for coming.
What's up, E.W.?
Joe, there is oil underneath those formations. The pressure is causing the rocks to push up out of the ground. You can see it all over the land and Ponkin Reservation. Trust me, if you see a raised hill without any erosion factor, there has to be something underneath it.
I don't doubt it, but you've been drilling nearly a year now with nothing to show for it but angry investors and growing bills.
I know, Joe, but we're hitting gas now, which means we're close to oil. And I've got to drill on that land and on the Ponkin Reservation.
Hey, come to work for the 101 Ranch. We could use a smart fellow like you, someone experienced with the law or maybe twirling a rope.
Joe, you're the greatest rancher I know, and you're great because you have passion. And I appreciate your offer, but it wouldn't be right for me, and it wouldn't be good for you. Joe, you've got a relationship with Ponkin, and I need your help in getting permission to drill.
Ponkin respect me because I respect them. I'll see what I can do to help, but only because I believe you'll be fair. This Cragen fella, it's not making it easy. Ponkin don't like him. If you had one shot, where's the best spot to drill?
Joe, there's an incline that's elongated that is geologically as well as topographically high. We drill there and we'll find oil.
Boy, you can sure pick them.
You said what's the best spot?
That's the burial ground for the Ponkin. Isn't there somewhere else?
That's the best spot. There's below the hill an elongated and an anticline, which is caused by petroleum.
How close does it need to be?
The closer the better. There's a crust just right off the hill that right by the creek. That's the best spot. I scouted it out the other night.
That land belongs to Willie Cries. White Eagle's chief of the Tonkin. We'll have to go through him, of course. I'll see what I can do to help.
Thanks. Appreciate you, Joe.
Marlin, you putting another hole in the ground?
I'm drilling for oil, if that's what you mean, Cragen.
Does the hotel know you have enough money to drill? I bet they're wondering just how far your line of credit will stretch.
Don't worry about my bills or my character. Unlike some, I'm not out for a profit at other people's expense.
Well, you don't have to worry about me much longer. Taking what's left of my fortune and heading out. Train leaves this afternoon.
Well, each to their own. But I'm gonna stay here. And I'm gonna find oil. I swear I will.
Look out! It's gonna blow! It's Marlin!
He found oil.
Lots of it! Ponca City will never be the same.
Crazy days, you hand me your answer to
Did you see the dress Mrs. Marlin wore yesterday?
It was to die for.
I always knew Mr. Marlin would make it big. I do feel sorry for poor Virginia, though.
Why?
Well, I don't like to talk.
Come on, it's just us two here, and we both know you love to talk.
Well, poor Virginia can't have children.
I do like to talk, and heard today that Virginia has found 2 children.
What do you mean, found the 2 children?
A niece and nephew have come to live with them.
My word, is there nothing the Marlins can't procure? What are their names?
George and Lydia, I think. Yes, George and Lydia Roberts from Pennsylvania.
Oh, interesting. How old are the children?
George, I believe, is nearly 14, and Lydia's younger.
Oh, well, we'll have to get to meet them.
They're just inside.
No, I mean socially and alone.
Where we can question them about what goes on inside the Marlin house.
Exactly.
You're it.
Charles.
Yes, ma'am?
Walt Cricket. I would like to introduce you to my niece and nephew. This is George Roberts. George, where's Lydia?
Over there somewhere.
Lydia, dear, come here, please. This is my niece, Lydia. I thought maybe you could take them into town and introduce them around. Lydia's your age, I believe. They'll be staying with us for a while. Sure. Thank you. I'll be inside unpacking their bags.
So, what kind of name is Roberts?
I don't know. It's just my family name.
Is it Irish or German or some made up name?
I don't really know. Does it matter?
Guess not.
What kind of name is Walt Johnson?
I think it's Scottish.
You look like one of those rich fellas from up north. Well, by the way, your dress. Did I say something funny?
Settle down, Cricket.
No, that's all right. We're not rich kids from back east, and that's why I laughed. Back home in Flower Town, we're not what you would call well-to-do people. Aunt Virginia just bought us these fancy traveling clothes.
Well, George from Flowertown, you look like an okay guy to me. Welcome to our gang.
Thanks, guys.
You, however, are another problem.
What problem?
Well, this is a pretty rough gang. We don't like no girls around here. They don't like us, and we don't like them. Nothing. You don't need or want no girls. So go find some of your own kind.
Look, Walt, we don't know anyone here. But, well, she always hangs out with me.
Well, just get away, George.
No, she won't. I promise. Look, she can run just as fast as a boy, and she never really says much. Just let her stick with me, and she'll be fine.
She'll be fine. I'll keep an eye on her.
Just so she knows not to get in the way.
Guys! You know what we should do?
What?
I heard that the cemetery at Sacred Heart Mission is haunted.
Really? That sounds like our kind of place.
Don't you think?
See, this is why we can't have no girls.
Yeah. Don't you think it would be spookier at night? I don't.
Charlie, can you get out at night?
Sure.
George, how about you? Are you in?
Yeah, I think we can sneak out.
We can be there.
Cricket. Cricket.
Ah! I'll try.
Great. Well, Mark. Damn, she can
We can't let a girl like run it. Let's go.
Close.
That was too close. We'll be fine.
I don't know. I think we better get this girl back.
I'm not the one scared.
Well, none of us are scared. We just don't want to get wet.
Please yourself. I'm not the one afraid of a little weather. Or a ghost. but I am. Let's get out of here, Walt.
Got to get back.
You! Yeah, you! There's that kid staying with Marlon.
Yes, sir?
Your uncle's trying to ruin me. He's bought up all the good leases from those stinking Indians and liable me to where they want to get power to me. George! And you.
You all right, George?
Who was that guy? That's Craig.
We've had run-ins with him before.
Well, you leveled him good.
I guess.
Well, I thought we were in real trouble back there.
Are you okay?
Oh no, we've got to get in before the Marlins notice we're out.
We'll be seeing you tomorrow. Both of you.
Good night, Walt.
Good night.
Well, that was exciting.
Yeah. You know that lady. She's all right.
Yeah, she's all right. For you.
E.W. Marlin ignited a boom that changed Ponca City forever and benefited almost everyone. At one point, E.W. supplied 10% of the oil to the world. Our old gang grew up. George was into polo ponies. Lottie blossomed into the most chased-after debutante in the state. I grew up a little. Lottie and I remained close friends. And Walt? Well, Walt wasn't so lucky with his ailing mother. Mrs. Marlin helped him get a job at the Match in landscaping. When he hadn't shown up to work for a few days, Lottie wanted to see him. Big mistake.
Well, how's it going, Miss Mom?
Well, just fine, Mr. McDonough.
You know, you've grown into quite the young lady.
Who can still outrun, outride, and outshoot you? Have you seen Walt today?
Not in a few days.
He hasn't been at work since Monday. The gardener said he came by early to say he was sick.
Well, that's odd.
What, that he came by to tell his boss he was sick?
No, that you're so interested in one of the hired help.
Charlie, you know how I feel about Walt.
Oh, I know, I'm just teasing.
I'm worried. I've never been to his house before, and I'm embarrassed to say I don't even know where he lives. Charlie, would you take me, please?
All right. Now, why did you stay here, and I'll go see about Walt? Okay?
Who is it?
Charlie!
Charlie, what are you doing here?
Laddie said you've been sick the past few days.
No, I'm fine. It's Mom. You know, she's not doing too good.
Sorry. Is there anything I can do?
No, but thanks for asking.
Yeah.
How's Lottie?
Oh, she's fine. I left her outside.
What? You brought Lottie here?
Oh, I told you to stay across the street.
Walt! Walt!
Lottie, you had no right coming here. You had no right to be here. I didn't want you to see
It's
this.
all right, Walt, it's okay. It doesn't matter to me.
Still, I didn't want you to see this place.
It's just a neighborhood, Walt. It's just four walls where you live. It's not what you are. Trust me, I've seen worse.
It's Mom. You know, she's not doing too well. All she does is stare at that wall all day.
I'm sorry. Is there anything I can do?
Yeah, let's get out of here for a while. Let's go to the train station. Hey, Charlie. Huh? You can come too.
Oh, that's all right. I've got stuff to do.